Intrinsic semiconductor material is characterized by a valence shell of how many electrons? A1, B2, C4, D6. The correct answer is 4. Ionization within a p-n junction causes a layer on each side of the barrier called the A junction, B depletion region, C barrier voltage, D forward voltage. The correct answer is depletion region. What is the most significant development in electronics since World War II? A. The development of color TV. B. The development of the diode. C. The development of the transistor. D. The development of the triac. The correct answer is the development of the transistor. What causes the depletion region? A. Doping. B. Diffusion. C. Barrier potential. D. Ions. The correct answer is diffusion. What is an energy gap? A. The space between two orbital shells. B. The energy equal to the energy acquired by an electron passing a 1v electric field. C. The energy band in which electrons can move freely. D. An energy level at which an electron can exist. The correct answer is the space between two orbital shells. Silicon atoms combine into an orderly pattern called A covalent bond, B crystal, C semiconductor, D valence orbit. The correct answer is crystal. In N-type material, majority carriers would be A holes, B dopants, C slower, D electrons. The correct answer is electrons. Elements with 1, 2 or 3 valence electrons usually make excellent A conductors, B semiconductors, C insulators, D neutral. The correct answer is conductors. A commonly used pentavalent material is A arsenic, B boron, C gallium, D neon. The correct answer is arsenic. Which material may also be considered a semiconductor element? A carbon, B ceramic, C mica, D argon. The correct answer is carbon. In p-type material, minority carriers would be A holes, B dopants, C slower, D electrons. The correct answer is electrons. What can a semiconductor sense? A magnetism, B temperature, C pressure, D all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. When an electron jumps from the valence shell to the conduction band, it leaves a gap. What is this gap called? A energy gap, B hole, C electron-hole pair, D recombination. The correct answer is hole. Forward bias of a silicon p-n junction will produce a barrier voltage of approximately how many volts? A 0.2, B 0.3, C 0.7, D 0.8. The correct answer is 0.7. Which semiconductor material is made from coal ash? A germanium, B silicon, C tin, D carbon. The correct answer is germanium. When and who discovered that more than one transistor could be constructed on a single piece of semiconductor material? A 1949 William Shockley, B 1955 Walter Brattain, C 1959 Robert Noyce, D 1960 John Bardeen. The correct answer is 1959 Robert Noyce. When is a p-n junction formed? A in a depletion region, B in a large reverse biased region, C the point at which two opposite doped materials come together, D whenever there is a forward voltage drop. The correct answer is the point at which two opposite doped materials come together. A. P-N junction mimics a closed switch when it A. has a low junction resistance. B. is reverse biased. C. cannot overcome its barrier voltage. D. has a wide depletion region. The correct answer is has a low junction resistance. Solid-state devices were first manufactured during A. World War II, B. 1904, C. 1907, D. 1960. The correct answer is 1960. Electron pair bonding occurs when atoms A. lack electrons, B. share holes, C. lack holes, D. share electrons. The correct answer is share electrons. How many valence electrons are in every semiconductor material? A1, B2, C3, D4. The correct answer is 4. What is a type of doping material? A. extrinsic semiconductor material, B. pentavalent material, C. n-type semiconductor, D. majority carriers. The correct answer is pentavalent material. Minority carriers are many times activated by A. heat, B. pressure, C. dopants, D. forward bias. The correct answer is heat. What is the voltage across R1 if the P-N junction is made of silicon? A. 12 V, B. 11.7 V, C. 11.3 V, D. 0 V. The correct answer is 11.3 V. If conductance increases as temperature increases, this is known as A. Positive coefficient, B. negative current flow, C. negative coefficient, D. positive resistance. The correct answer is negative coefficient. Which of the following cannot actually move? A. majority carriers, B. ions, C. holes, D. free electrons. The correct answer is ions. What electrical characteristic of intrinsic semiconductor material is controlled by the addition of impurities? A. conductivity, B. resistance, C. power, D. all of the above. The correct answer is conductivity.